Hello friends, today I am going to give you the introduction about the graph theory. First we will discuss about the simple definitions in graph theory. So first we discuss about actually what do we mean by the graph. Graph consists of vertices, edges and phi. It represents, V represents set of vertices and E represent U set of edges and phi is a mapping from set of vertices to edges. Here I will draw the example of a graph. It represents a graph and here we call V1, V2, V3. We represent each vertex by a small circle and we connect the two vertices by a straight line and we call that straight line as a edge. Here E1, E2, E3. These representing you set of edges. For any graph, the set of vertices and the set of edges are always finite. And here we are going to consider another example. This is vertices V1, V2, V3 and V4 and here it is E1, E2, E3, E4. It represents, this is an example of a graph. Next, when do you say that the two vertices are adjacent? Two vertices are adjacent. If two vertices are connected by a single edge, then we say that those two vertices are adjacent to each other. In the above example 1, here we can say V1, V2 are adjacent vertices. And in the example V1, V2 are adjacent vertices. And this is another example here. In the second example, we can say that V2, V3, V1, V2, V1, V3, V1, V4. These are all the adjacent vertices. But whereas V4 and V3 are not adjacent. Why they are not adjacent? Because they are not connected by an edge. So we can say that these two vertices are not adjacent to each other. Then I will tell you another definition, digraph. Or you can also call the same as a directed graph. Digraph or directed graph. A graph is said to be a digraph if each edge in the graph is represented with some direction. Then we call that is a digraph. For example, here we consider like this. For every edge we have to represent the directions. Then we call the graph as a digraph. For every edge we are representing directions. So this is called as a digraph, or we can simply call a directed graph. Next, undirected graph. Undirected graph. A graph in which every edge is not represented with any direction. Then we call that as a undirected graph. V1, V2, V3, V4 will represent vertices. E1, E2, E3, E4, E5. These are all the edges. For any edge we are not representing any direction. So therefore we call this is an undirected graph. Next, loop. What do you mean by the loop? For any vertex, the edge is a starting point and an edge to vertex itself. Then we call that as a loop. This is a vertex V1, V2, V3, V4. And here if we are having a edge from the vertex V1 to the vertex V1 itself, then we call this is a loop. And here you can call it as E1, E2, E3. E1 is a loop, whereas E2, E3 are edges. And next, another example, if we want, you can have another example like this: V1, V2, V3, and if you are having an edge from the vertex V3 to the vertex V3 itself, then we call that as a loop. Okay, so this is the definition of loop. Next, I will tell you the definitions of multigraph. Next definition is multigraph. A graph in which we have two parallel edges between two vertices, then we call the such graphs as multigraphs. I will give you the example. This is vertex V1, V2, V3, V4. V1 to V2 we have one edge, and here I am giving another parallel edge. So we call such type of graphs as multigraphs. This is one example. Here you can have one more example. These are vertices V1, V2, V3, V4, and between V2, V3 vertices we have two edges. Between V1 and V3 also we have two parallel edges. Such type of graphs are called as multigraph. Okay. Next, simple graph. Simple graph. A graph with no parallel edges. A graph with no parallel edges is called as a simple graph. These are the vertices V1, V2, V3 and E1, E2, E3. This is called as a simple graph. Here we are not having any parallel edges. V1, V2. This is a definition of simple graph. Next, in the multigraphs we have two categories: directed multigraph, undirected multigraph. Directed multigraph. That means a graph in which each edge is represented with a direction and it is having some parallel edges. This is V1, V2, V3, V4, and this is the edge E1, E2, E3, E4, E5. If we observe here clearly, between vertices V1 and V2 we have two edges E1 and E5 and they are represented parallel. So therefore such type of graphs are called as directed multigraphs. Here we have for every edge we are representing a direction, and next between two vertices V1 and V2 we have two parallel edges. Next, undirected multigraph. Undirected multigraph. Here we consider a graph like this. This is V1 vertex, V2, V3, V4, and here it is E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, and this is E6. If we observe clearly this graph, here between two vertices V1 and V2 we have two parallel edges E1 and E4. Between vertices V2 and V3, here we have two parallel edges E2 and E5. Similarly, for the vertex V4, we have a loop from the vertex V4 to V4 itself. And if we observe clearly here, for any edge, there is no direction mentioned. So therefore, this is an example for undirected multigraph. Next, trivial graph. Trivial graph. A graph with one vertex and zero edges. Then we call that as a trivial graph. Okay, a graph with one vertex and zero edges. Simply a vertex V1. This is called as a trivial graph. Next, I will tell you the definition of size of a graph and order of a graph. Size of a graph. In any graph, the number of vertices is called as order of a number of vertices is called as order of a graph, and number of edges is called as a size of a graph. Number of edges is called as a size of a graph. Simple example, here we will draw one graph. V1, V2, V3, V4. Here these are the edges E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6. Here the number of edges is equal to 6 and the number of vertices is equal to 4. So that is size of the graph is 6 and order of the graph is 4. And we say that two vertices are connected in a series. Two vertices are connected in a series if not two vertices, two edges are connected in a series if their common vertex is of degree 2. Common vertex is of degree 2. Simple example. This is V1, V2, V3. This is edge E1, E2. E1, we say that here E1, E2 edges are connected in a series. Why? Because their common vertex V1 is of degree 2.